And welcome to another edition of the CVCC Coaches Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And I'm with the CVCC baseball coach, Hunter Vick. Coach, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So right now of the season, it's kind of right in the middle of the road. You're right hovering at 500. You did take 2 out of 4 against Southern Union, which is a rival, one of the top teams in the ACCC. But just talk about how the season's gone so far. What did you learn from your team yesterday against Central Alabama, and what are you looking forward to about Gadsden State coming up next 4 games?
So far, I thought we've had a lot of ups and downs on the year. You know, we've hit really well certain times, we've pitched really well, and we've played good defense at certain times. We just hadn't really put it all together in the same game. You know, I think we have that ability that we got a really good group this year that works hard. So I think it's going to click. You know, it's just keep going out there, keep working. You never know when it's going to click. As far as yesterday, us playing a midweek game, it kind of gave us the opportunity to play some guys that don't get as much playing time during the weekend and conference. So it kind of gave me an insight of, maybe some guys that can kind of come in off the bench and get some pinch hits here and there. And then also some pitchers that hadn't had a chance to throw all year got to throw yesterday. And good or bad, at least allowed me to see kind of moving forward.
Yeah, and we're going to interview one of your top hitters, Connor Cosby, who has 6 home runs on the season. How important is to have that power in the middle of the lineup, and really to have those table setters, basically 1 through 9, just having players that can manufacture runs and get on base. And Connor's done a fantastic job so far this season.
He has. He's been, the glue that holds us together, basically. But he's been kind of banged up himself. He's kind of gone through some knee injuries, and he's been kind of in and out of the lineup for the most part. But right now he's healthy, as he's been all year, so look for him to finish strong.
Yeah, no question about it. I've seen some local pitchers you've had in the past, like Brody Dixon, Connor Trepanier, who played at Northside. Right. I mean, we've had pitchers like Brock Tumlin, who played at Calvary. I think it's important that you have a lot of these local kids that played in the area that are able to be showcased at the Diamond. And I know a lot of fans want to come out and support them, but just talk about this, just the competitiveness in the Alabama Community College Conference, because obviously they also have local guys. We saw that there's several Glenwood and Russell County players that played on Central Alabama yesterday, and just talk about how competitive this conference is, and what are you looking forward to with these upcoming games when you have to play the likes of Gadsden State, Sneed State, some of these upcoming games. I think Lorraine Wallace is another team that you might have to face. So just talk about just how competitive the ACCC is.
Yeah, it's really competitive with in the last few years with them with the portal being open and kids being able to jump from one school to the other. That just it offers a lot of kids opportunities to go places that they hadn't played, and you can tell by looking at rosters now. You have guys from New York all over the place, where normally they wouldn't come all the way down here to go to junior college, but it's a testament to our league. It's a very competitive league, and the guys that come in here and do well move on. And I think that's very important for guys coming in, seeing where they go from here. And I think our league in general has done a really good job of moving guys forward.
All right, Coach, let's talk about this upcoming series with Gadsden State. You'll play 2 games here at CVCC, and then on Saturday you're playing at Gadsden State. So that's typically how conference games start. You have a 4-game series like you did with Southern Union last weekend. We will have those games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The doubleheader will start at 1 o'clock. And just talk about that atmosphere, what's going to be like. Having the doubleheader, probably having a little bit more anticipated fans because the softball team is also playing. And so you're going to have a lot of fans that are going to be going back and forth between games. What are you looking forward to about Gadsden State? And what are some of the matchups that you have seen so far with them this season?
Yeah, Gadsden's got a really good team this year. They ran into something earlier on. They had to kick some guys off the team and whatnot, which kind of hurt them on the pitching side. But Blake Lewis does a great job there as their head coach. They'll be prepared. They'll be ready to play. And our guys are just coming off the way we lost Game 4, I would say, at Southern Union, where we went extra innings. We battled back and forth. We lost 11-10. I think that kind of left a little chip on our guys' shoulders. coming into this series. Just hoping that we come out early and attack and win both games at home. That's our goal.
Well, absolutely. Good luck, Coach, tomorrow and on Saturday against Gadsden State, and looking forward to having you back on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That's Coach Hunter Vick. He is the baseball coach of the CVCC Pirates. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we are going to have two CVCC baseball players. We're going to have outfielder Connor Cosby and catcher Will Crowell. Don't go anywhere. It's the CVCC Coaches Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And welcome back to the CVCC Coaches Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And now I've got a couple of players for the Pirates. To my right is outfielder Connor Cosby, who's leading the team with 6 home runs so far in the season. And then catcher Will Crowell, who you're that guy behind the plate that's just talking to those pitchers, just being that leader on the field. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. It's a great day.
Yeah. Well, you had a great series against Southern Union, took 2 out of 4 against a huge rival. Had a tough one yesterday against Central Alabama, but just talk about how the season's going so far. You're right in the middle of the pack of the ACC. But it's going to be a very interesting season, especially you got Gadsden State going tomorrow. Right. Just talk about how the season's gone so far.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. We've had our highs and lows. It's been a pretty intense season. I think our team, intimately, we're very we have a lot of chemistry. We work well together. Even when we have bad games, we move on from it, and then we have good games. So it's going pretty good. I think we have a lot of skilled players on this team, a lot of talented players on this team. I think the only thing that we need to work on is being more consistent with both offense and defense. But overall, it's going very well. So,
Will, talk about how just that relationship with the pitchers. So when you're behind the plate, you're pretty much calling the shots. Those pitchers are out there just relying on you to try to get the strikes in the strike zone. I love how catchers will try to sell strikes up there, but also being that leader on the field, just making sure just to keep your pitchers relaxed. And what's that like, just being behind the plate?
Relationships probably the most important thing I think in baseball. Not even just you don't have to have the best guy out there, as long as me and my pitcher are on the same page, as long as all our infielders are in sync. I think just knowing that my guy can go out there and I know he can get outs, and he has that faith in me where he knows that I'm going to make his pitches look good, and whatever pitch we call, he can execute. And I think that's just the biggest part of finding success in pitching and catching.
I think going off of that, I think overall, understanding each other, having communication, having relationships is what makes a great team, and that's what we have. So It just makes the season way easier, even if we have a bad game. So.
Well, Will, I got to ask you, what's the most fun part about being a catcher? Do you like throwing out the runners at second base?
Yeah, honestly, the best feeling for me is probably just stealing a strike on strike 3, just knowing that, I played part in just getting that guy out. Maybe it was a ball off or so, but knowing I could steal that, the batter's upset at the umpire, that's always really a good feeling.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We're definitely well into the season. Got a big doubleheader against Gadsden State tomorrow. Is that one of those where you have to go to Gadsden State on Saturday? Yeah, so that's going to be tough. I mean, you had the 4-game series with Southern Union. A rare single game, 9-inning game yesterday against Central Alabama. But I want to get in you guys' baseball background. I'm going to start with you, Will. Did you play locally here in the Chattahoochee Valley?
No, sir. I actually grew up in Marietta, Georgia, and went to Walton High School for a bit and then played around 643 area.
Yeah, I know all about Walton. They've won a state championship there. We actually called a game at the Keens Academy when they played at Walton High School. And I know that, Connor, you played at Auburn, which that's local. That is part of the Chattahoochee Valley. In fact, they're playing Russell County today. We're going to see that on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. What does that mean just to play locally here, just to allow your family members to come and see you? And with you being in Marietta, you're only 2 hours away, so they still get an opportunity to see you if they can, or if they can't, they could catch you guys on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I get to live with my family, so that's good. I get to have great days and great nights with them. I know a lot of people on the team as well since I play locally, and when I go home, I get to just have a great life and be with friends and family like I did in high school. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great time. It's definitely special and wonderful. So.
Well, this is definitely a baseball area, the Phoenix City, Columbus area. What are your long-term goals? Do you guys want to play baseball at a 4-year college when CVCC, your time here is up?
Yes, sir. I think for right now, I mean, I'm only a freshman, so next year has been a little probably definitely gonna think about coming back for sure. And then long-term plans, I mean, I want to get paid to play baseball would be the ultimate goal for sure.
Connor?
Is this?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, it's on. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a really good question. It's a 50-50 for me. I think only God knows what will happen. I think, I mean, if I get a good 4-year to offer me, then that'd be great. I don't really care where it is, but if I don't get an offer, then I'll just go into probably the workforce, going to trades, but yeah, only God knows. So we'll see.
Well, guys, good luck the rest of the way, and can't wait to get out there and see you guys play, and good luck against Gadsden State in the next couple of games.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, that is outfielder Connor Cosby and catcher Will Crowell. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have the softball coach, Coach Steve Osteen, right here on the CVCC Coaches Show on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And welcome back to the CV. I need to see ourselves. That way I know. All right. Ready, Coach?
Absolutely.
3, 2, 1. And welcome back to the CVCC Coaches Show. And I'm here with the softball coach of the Lady Pirates, Coach Steve Osteen. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great today. How about
Yeah,
yourself?
doing
Good. Thanks
doing
for having
great.
us.
All right. Well, let's talk about the season. Not the way that you have anticipated this season going. It had a tough season, but still got a lot to learn about your team. Just talk about some of the lessons learned, and what are some of the things that you're looking forward to as the season closes?
Well, probably the biggest thing this year is I try to tell the young ladies from day one, you can't always control the scoreboard. You can play a great game, you can throw a no-hitter and still lose a ball game. So with this team this year, it's probably been one of the hardest working teams I've had in the 26 years I've been here. We've got great talent, we've got some great kids, and actually had great performance on the field. To some degree, I feel like we've been snake bit. We've dropped a lot of close games or dropped games in late innings, 6th and 7th inning, that just one ball or one pitch or one play went against us. And, quite honestly, I don't ever like to blame the umpires, but, we had a very key situation at Bishop State where with bases loaded and nobody out, we get a rocket hit right over the bag at third base. And the kid comes over the bag and actually runs into our kid who is in foul territory to get the ball. But we get a delayed interference call. They take 2 runs off the board, give us an out, put our runners back, and we end up losing 5-4 in extra innings. So that's kind of season it's been for the girls. The record is no way an indication of how well they play or how much time and effort they've put in.
Yeah, Coach, and we talk about having a mixture of veterans like a Carly Davis, who's been a captain, and then having somebody like Emma Clement, who's been just a fantastic pitcher, which we're going to have them on in just a few. But talk about that mixture of having those young players and those veterans on a team as you learn more about what type of team you have as you continue to grow this season.
We got a big freshman class come in. I think we've got, off the top of my head, 7 sophomores. And, probably the way they've worked together and helped groom the freshmen, our pitching to me, has probably been our strongest point this year. They're not overpowering, but they're getting us the routine pop-ups and ground balls. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we're just making some errors behind them. But they're absolutely, every time we're going out, the pitching is pitching well enough for us to win. Hitting probably needs to be a little more consistent. The hitting has been above average this year, but we don't seem to be getting the key hit at the key time when we need it. We're leaving too many people on base. But, again, like I said, we've got a great group of kids. They had a good fall. This has been a very surprising season as far as the record goes, because we had the same kids. We didn't lose anybody. Everybody's still healthy, and they had a great fall. We've just been kind of snake bit so far this season.
All right, Coach, you got a very crucial 4-game series coming up with Reed State, which you're going to have 2 games here at CVCC, which you could see on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and then you have to go on the road to take on Reed State. What do you learn about your team when you're taking on a conference opponent 4 times, where they're 2 at home and then 2 on the road, or vice versa, especially when you're taking on a conference opponent? What are some of the key things that you learn about your team?
I really like playing the teams in a 4-game series like this, back to back. The stuff is still, everything's fresh on your mind. To me, it helps as far as coaching and game situations and strategy. I know that some of our coaches prefer the old split system that we used to have, and it would obviously be just as much an advantage for the other coach, but I really like the 4-game series back to back.
All right, Coach. Well, what is the message to the CVCC community, why they need to be out at the softball field and baseball field tomorrow as they get to see both teams go at it for a doubleheader, a total of 4 games tomorrow at the baseball and softball field?
Or anytime you get an opportunity, the 4 sports programs here at CVCC are always going to be competitive and always going to put on a show for you. Our basketball programs are always going to be competitive and right there with you. Our baseball program has had great success, and our softball program has been very competitive year after year for the 20-something years I've been here. So it's a great opportunity to come out, watch some ball, and enjoy an afternoon.
Absolutely, and that's the key. Is it's a close-knit community where you see the members of the basketball team for the boys and the girls that come out and they support CVCC softball and CVCC baseball. So, yeah, it's a close-knit community, and we wish you all the best of luck, Coach, tomorrow and this Saturday against Reed State.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, that is the softball coach of the CVCC Lady Pirates, Coach Steve Oseen. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a couple of CVCC players. We've got a pitcher, Emma Clement, and then we got Carly Davis, a catcher/outfielder. Don't go anywhere. It's the CVCC Coaches Show right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And welcome back here to the CVCC Coaches Show. As to my right, I've got pitcher Emma Clement, and I've got catcher Carly Davis. All right, we'll start with you, Emma. How's the season gone so far? What are some of the things you've been working on, and like what are some of the things you want to do to get better as a pitcher?
So the season hasn't really gone as we imagined, but we are definitely getting better as we go on into the more games, and we're making better contact and doing better in the field wise, and I think our pitching's been pretty solid for all of us. But personal wise, I've been working on getting a little faster and trying to stay lower in the strike zone so I'm not getting as many hits off of me. But that's just my goal, is to get a little faster than how I was when I was brought in and go from there.
All right, Carly, you were the team MVP last year, and you're one of the top hitters, but also a very important position being a catcher. Talk about how the season's gone for you so far.
Well, the season was definitely disappointing, but we still are all very confident, and I'm looking forward to these next few games. And for me, I have had a little bit of struggle this year compared to last year, and I'm working on that, and I'm hoping as we continue forward, we can continue to excel on the field and off the field academically.
Yeah, no question about it. Now you take on Reed State for a doubleheader tomorrow, and then you actually have to go on the road to take on Reed State. What's it like playing these teams 4 times when you have 2 games at home and then 2 on the road?
Well, it definitely gives us a chance the first 2 games to learn their strongest players and then learn their weakest players or what their weaknesses are in particular. And it allows us to adapt before the next 2 games. And so it's kind of an advantage of playing them 4 times because it gives you another 2 chances. If you don't get it the first 2, you get another 2. Just get comeback or payback, basically, to get them the second 2 times.
Yeah, definitely. Carly, okay, tomorrow with the doubleheader at home, the baseball team also has a doubleheader at home. What's the message to the fans out there that want to get to see both the softball and baseball teams? They go back and forth between both fields.
Well, we definitely love the support from y'all, and I'm glad that I'm able to have people from my home be able to come and watch me because I am local, and also have some other people from far away who get to watch me too. And I'm glad that we also have the baseball team playing, so if they want to go over and look at what they're doing, they can go look at that too.
Definitely, if you want some excitement, though, come down and listen to us cheer because we get kind of rowdy and loud down there.
Oh, yeah. We always enjoy a live streaming you guys on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Reed State tomorrow on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we also have the baseball team as well. All right, thank you for watching another episode of the CVCC Coaches Show, and have a great rest of your night, everybody.